Good evening and welcome. The Supreme Court has released on bail another accused in the case of the missing $50 million. She is 41-year-old Farin Rajan, a former employee of the first accused in the case, Mukesh Valabji.
Anti-Corruption Commission's lawyer told the court that she has been cooperating fully with the commission, thus she should be released on bail with conditions. She also confirmed in court that she has severed all links with Mr. Valabji. The court then ordered that she signs a bail bond of 500,000 rupees, surrenders both of her passports, and not to contact witnesses or accused in the case, amongst other conditions. Her case will be mentioned again on the 8th of this month. Two other cases in court today linked to drug trafficking and kidnapping will be heard again on the 11th of this month.
Also in court this week, the murder trial of the French lady that died in her hotel room on St. Anne Island last year. It continued that case. Frenchman Thomas Desbaptistes stands accused of having murdered his then-girlfriend, Emmanuel Badibanga. The Cuban pathologist was the sole witness in court throughout the whole of this week. He said that with the facts he gathered through the autopsy and the scene of the incident shows that Badibanga did not hang herself. He said that she was strangled from behind by a scarf after being sexually assaulted. The defense is relying on a second autopsy done in France that contradicts the initial findings, saying that the evidence they had at hand shows the victim died from hanging rather than strangulation. Seychelles continues to receive Russian visitors, but the number is slowly declining, presumably as a result of the war between Russia and Ukraine. While most of the visitors we talked to refuse to share their opinions about the fight, at least a few are not in favor of the tension between the two neighboring countries.
A normal day at the international airport. The Friday schedule expected a flight of Aeroflot from Moscow. Seychelles, being a tourism destination, is among many countries still welcoming Russian visitors regardless of sanctions by other countries over Russia's invasion in Ukraine. In the meantime, passengers check in to fly out back to Russia's capital city. Could it be that their holiday were cut short for them to return home, so not to be stranded in a foreign country with the numerous sanctions being imposed on them? We approached some of the passengers who all bluntly refused to comment about the situation. While waiting for the arrival of the Aeroflot, we talked to some of the tour operators, and from them we learned that most of their Russian clients are not happy about the situation. Just before we left the airport, we managed to catch up with a Russian citizen who had just arrived via a flight from Turkey.
First time in my life this situation. I don't know what to think about this. It's crazy. War, it's crazy. It's not possible. It's not normal.
The tourism industry here is not yet feeling the impact of the Russian-Ukraine crisis, but few operators reported incidents of failed payment by electronic cards. In January this year, Russia was leading the Seychelles tourism market by 5,625 visitors entering the country. In the last few weeks, however, it is being overtaken by France.
President Wavel Ramkalawan has taken on the role of Chancellor of the University of Seychelles. The announcement was made this morning after the chairperson of the UNISE Council, Emeritus Professor Denis Hardy, and the Vice-Chancellor of UNISE, Joël Perrault, paid him a courtesy visit. Upon accepting the role of Chancellor, President Ramkalawan described the opportunity as an honor and that he was encouraged by the tenacity and vision of the new leadership of the university. During the visit, Ms. Perrault presented to President Ramkalawan a copy of the university's strategic plan for the next 8 years. Discussions were centered on major plans and projects ahead, as well as some of the key challenges impeding their work. PUC has signed an agreement with 2 contractors for the construction of a centralized sewage system on La Digue. The signing this afternoon was between the Chief Executive Officer of PUC, Joël Valmont, and the Managing Director of Earth Development, Raja Pillay, and the Managing Director of Ascent Projects, Rajesh Pandya. The 2 contractors will undertake the construction of the sewage collection system in the north and south of La Digue simultaneously. The centralized sewage system on La Digue is being financed jointly by the European Investment Bank, the French Development Agency, the Government of Seychelles, and PUC. The CEO of PUC has described the project as massive and has called for the support from inhabitants of La Digue and other stakeholders.
The sewage project for La Digue will comprise of a network, a collection system that is designed to connect about 1,000 establishments, a treatment plant that is designed to receive and treat the effluent to a level where we can make available the effluent coming out of the plant for irrigation purpose. The project is a project for 2 years in its implementation. For the plant, we are still in the procurement stage. We have not established or identified a contractor yet to award a contract. We're not to that level. But our target is by mid this year, we have to finalize this exercise and award a contract for the construction of the plant.
Representatives of various labor unions in the country have proposed to the government to postpone the decision to increase contributions to the pension fund. They also urge the government to reconsider the decision to introduce a bonus system to replace the 13th month salary. At a press conference this morning, Ralph Volser, who heads the Seychelles Labor Union, said he is totally against the implementation of the new pension scheme at this time, adding that there needs to be further discussions before a final decision is made. In addition, Mr. Volser said that the unions are of the opinion that all workers should benefit from a 13th month salary per year. This will be in addition to the bonus system, which will be at the discretion of employers. Mr. Volser pointed out that the proposed bonus system is not in the interest of the employees. We've come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching. I will be back with more news in Creole at 8 p.m., so stay tuned.